Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
I have been saying this, guys. Man, there are some pissed off people after that Netflix special. No! It was the battle of the century. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul to see who was the most dominant. Everybody wanted to see Mike knock Jake out. And honestly, I don't know what people expected to see. But one thing for certain, two things for sure. Father Time is completely unbeatable and undefeated.
Father Time is unbeaten for a reason, everybody.
That's right.
And I knew it wouldn't be any different with Iron Mike Tyson. You should have seen the things I saw people saying when it came to this fight. Did you see that slap that he gave Jake Paul? No. Man, he's going to wreck him. There is no doubt about it. Man, Jake better hide. Mike is coming out to play. Man, I think he's better now than he was in his prime. Seriously. Seriously. That's how you could always tell the casuals from the actual people who watched the fights and seeing Iron Mike Tyson in his prime. That was a different animal. I remember people showing up because they knew somebody was going to be on that canvas at some point in time, typically pretty quickly. And it wasn't going to be Mike. I'll tell you that. Hell, you would see the pay-per-views. People would pay all this money, get front row seats just to see him get somebody out of there in a couple rounds. Ain't that something? This is the man that struck fear in the hearts of anybody that wouldn't even take bets. I remember that. Everybody would say, would you take a bet of getting punched in the face by Mike Tyson with no glove for $2 million? And everybody was like, nah, I don't want to be using that money on the hospital, getting internal organ bleeding or anything of that nature. This dude was a monster. So thinking that he's better at almost 60 years old than he was in his 20s and 30s was just ridiculous to me. That's the equivalent of putting up a brand new car, fresh out the factory, up against a car with 250,000 miles with very little oil changes in between. We might still have that spunk, but guess what? Our organs and everything are getting older, guys. So we're not going to be able to perform exactly how we were. It's not even realistic to think otherwise. Now, I knew the fight was going to be a debacle because Mike was having all kinds of issues medically. So that tells you right there, he couldn't beat Prime himself. So to even have this equivalent to think he was better or even close to his prime is just silliness all these years later. Ring rust and everything. Now, when it comes to Jake Paul, they were saying, oh, he fixes his fights. He always gives people outside of their prime.
Rigor mortis. It was scripted. It's all good though.
I could have fought him better than that.
Don't brother. I'm telling you, it's honestly.
Dude, I've seen more interesting paint dry. More interesting paint.
You come from Australia for this. Don't.
Yeah. So you think it was rigged?
You damn right. Tell him mouth traffic.
Rape?
Rigged.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
I don't know if it was rigged, but I think it was a scrimmage. What do you think it was rigged?
Yes.
Look at how fake this fight is. Tyson could have ended it with a knockout here, but instead he chose to just run around and do nothing.
But I actually seen him handle his own against a guy who is considered to actually be in their prime in bare knuckle boxing, Mike Perry. This guy is a knockout artist, and you can look at his old clips to see, but he was able to even put him on his butt after a few rounds. So that tells you right there, the man is at least taking this serious, and that's a stratosphere different from his brother, Logan, who is a great athlete when it comes to the WWE, gets his behind whipped whenever he comes to that boxing ring, whether it's Mayweather or unknown names. It's a big difference. So that tells you that he's taking it very, very seriously. And I've seen some footage just recently, and I'll put it up here, showing Mike actually hitting with bad intentions is what it was saying. He was hitting with bad intentions, and he was. He was doing his thing. But a lot like Bruce Lee says,
boards don't hit back.
boards don't hit back. And neither do mitts or any of the boxing equipment you got on. They don't hit back, guys. When nobody's hitting you, it's a lot easier for you to look ferocious, right? I train with mitts with my clients. When I'm having them doing duck combos, slip combos, rolls and everything, they look a lot smoother. But if I was peppering them with punches, it'd be a lot harder for them to do such things. So just think about that for a little bit. And he also had a good fight when it comes to Mike against Roy Jones, but it was somebody his age group. That counts, guys. You have to know that when you're looking in the ring and you're against somebody who is your age, typically your speed is going to match, your endurance is going to match. But Jake, 20, 30 years younger, it's a young man game for a reason. For a reason. And if you know anything about Iron Mike, he always had problems out there about 6 to 7 rounds, up to 8, with Buster Douglas, Lennox Lewis, Holyfield, just name them. He always had problems later on because his cardio and conditioning would start to wane. And he said that in a documentary from back in the day. You can look that up too. I said it before and I will say it again. Father Time is undefeated. And that goes for Iron Mike too. Now, this ain't to downplay Iron Mike. You know, like I was saying, I'm not going to, act like I'm beefing with him or anything. This is just a friendly critique. Just make sure he ain't creeping around or anything like that. You're not here, are you, Mike? You're not creeping around, okay? You hunt my dreams. It's just to let you know that everybody has their Achilles heel, and that's Father Time. Now, this guy has created his podcast, has a marijuana company that is doing very well, so on and so forth. He is loved. He is a national treasure, but everything catches up to everybody. So you thinking it was going to be anything more than a little bit of exhibition on Netflix?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Come on, guys. Come on. Stop being so easily tricked by the media. Things get put in your face to trick you. That's how it goes. But what do I know? I'm just a guy on YouTube, right? Like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends and family. I hope you appreciate this content. This is also a crowdfunded channel currently. You can look through my descriptions to help support the kid if you would like to. If you think this is valuable to you, let me know. All of my info is in there. Reach out to me on any platform. If you're looking for training, all that good stuff, I'm here for you. And with that being said, it's not where you train, it's how you train. I hope you enjoyed my take, and I'll see you guys in the next one.